Okay, gonna make one more little quick movie here. Right now I'm at my favorite used bookstore, and I've loaded up my purchases, getting ready to go home. I'm not gonna film or tape the whole trip home. What I'm gonna do is just do a couple of segments of it. One of them has a very steep uphill, so it'd be good probably to know how to do that, and it also has a very long downhill, which give you some idea of how the ELF handles on a downhill. Once again, doing my quick once over, making sure everything is attached. I do have the back window closed. I'm going to go ahead and put the key in the switch and get it going. And so we're there. Everything looks pretty clear here. I'm going to go ahead and get in Willie. It's another gorgeous day today. Temperature in the mid 70s. Just a hint of a breeze, very low humidity, so it just doesn't get any better than this. So I'm just going to release. And how are you? It's a wonderful way to get around. Yeah, there's a way out of this little shopping center here that you can cut through a subdivision, a very lightly traveled way to go, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Looks like we're clear here. Go ahead and engage my warp drive again. It's a bit of a hill here. This isn't a really big hill. Got an interesting sign coming up here. I'm not sure you can see it, but it says hump. I'm just trying to figure out if that's a verb or is that a noun. If it's a verb, you'd need at least a twofer, or maybe even a limo if you're into threesomes. Wasn't much of a speed bump there, actually a speed hump. There's another one coming up on this street as well. Try to avoid the little water meter covers here. And got that steep hill coming up in about a block. So I'm going to go ahead and downshift a bit, get ready to get the hill. I want to have as much momentum as possible going up the hill. It's coming up on the left up here, and you'll see it's a very short hill, but it's quite steep. So what I'm doing is I'm pedaling for all I'm worth. Try to make it up here. You can hear the motor bogging down a bit, but this is one of the steeper hills that I climb on a routine basis, and usually if I'm going to have a problem with the ELF, it's on that hill. I've had a couple little instances where batteries pooped out or transmission quit working or whatever. But we made it up to the top on that, safe and sound. And I just slightly adjusting the Da Vinci here, higher, lower. Got a bit of a downhill here, so I'm going to coast. And then I'll start pedaling again. We'll go ahead and give a left turn signal. Now this is a fairly strange light. The ELF does not really set off the magnetic sensors on a lot of these intersections, so unless somebody pulls up behind me, a lot of times the light will not change in my favor. It'll let the people that come in the other direction go, and then it immediately lets the cross traffic go. But we'll see. It doesn't happen all the time. It's a fairly busy street. as far as the battery charge goes, I've got, you know, probably about 2/3 of a charge. I've been running all over town today. So even though it is sunny, so it is recharging slightly as I'm waiting, but even if it was an overcast, cloudy day, I think I have enough juice to make it home. There's a fairly long downhill stretch. It goes for about a mile or so that we'll be getting in a few minutes. Okay, well, the traffic this way has stopped. And I'm, like I said, I am going to go ahead and go, even though the light is red. It did change. Like I said, most of the time, I can sit there for 2 or 3 light cycles if nobody pulls up behind me. Go ahead and cancel out my left turn signal. You got another little stop sign or another little traffic light coming up here. This one I haven't had any issues with in terms of changing. Okay, so get going here. I'm going to go ahead and pull over in the turn lane and give people the opportunity to get around me. This is a 4-lane road, so they do have room to pull over and get around me if they want to. Of course, this little turn lane ends just ahead, so I'm going to give a left turn signal, pull over into the traffic lane. And then we're going to make a right turn in this little shopping center. A bit of a shortcut. Cancel out my turn signal again. Just got to make sure that I'm not going to get run over by somebody cutting through like I'm doing. We're good. And you could actually see Willie's reflection on the windows there in terms of us, just pedaling through here. All right, and this is the long sweeping downhill that I was talking about. It's not hugely steep. I think we'll wait for all the traffic to clear out. But it's still a lot of fun. Once I reach a head of steam, I really don't have to pedal very much. So now, as you can see, I'm just coasting. Well, one thing you'll notice, once I reach a bit faster velocity, we got a bit of an uphill, is that once you reach around 20 miles an hour, you get the patented ELF windshield waffle. And if you get going 30 or 40 miles an hour, it's quite pronounced. And it almost gets psychedelic looking. But, traffic is light right now, so traffic can get around me. Up ahead about a 1/4 mile, there's a brief bit of 4-lane here that gives people the opportunity to get around me. Yeah, it looks like I got a little bit of a headwind. I'm not getting my usual head of steam here. Here's that right lane. Goes for about a 1/4 mile or so. And there are a couple of cars looking to get around me, so that maybe not. But just coasting. It's always neighborly to say hello. couple more cars coming here. Hopefully this last one will get past me before I have to swing over into the traffic lane, and it did. Looks like he's getting ready to turn, so I'm going to lose all my momentum here. Oh well, some you win, some you lose. There we go. I'll just start pedaling and get it back. I'm going to be making a turn off this street anyway shortly. But I'm pedaling for all I'm worth in high gear right now. Getting ready to make a left turn here. Making a left turn signal. Just kind of like to keep my momentum going. I usually lean way out the door on this turn. It's fairly sharp. And it does counteract the tendency to turn over here. Okay, cancel out my turn signal. Yeah, I'm just going to shut the camera off in a few minutes as soon as we get to this stop sign up ahead. And here we go. Not much else is very exciting on his journey. And here we go.